8 hours downriver from the nearest hospital, this remote Sheipibo village in Peru's central Amazon is struggling. About 80% of this community has COVID-19 and no doctor to care for them. The one doctor they did have abandoned his post when the outbreak began, leaving Elias, a nurse, in charge. He and 2 others are doing their best with what they have to care for the 750 people in this village, but it's getting harder every day.
Los medicamentos esenciales que nos ha dado el Ministerio de Salud, ya en estos 3-4 días ya se nos agotó totalmente.
They are so remote, Elias says he doesn't know if or when they will get additional supplies. After checking on patients in the clinic, Elias goes out in the community to check on those too sick to walk.
¿A ti también tú has dado positivo?
Sí, estoy positivo ya.
¿De cuándo?
Antes de ayer me tomó positivo.
And yet, Elias keeps working. He says he has to keep helping. He has come to see Reina, a 32-year-old man who has been sick for the past 2 weeks. This is the front line against COVID-19 in the remote Amazon.
Y por la debilidad que él siente no puede levantarse.
Mi corazón, lo que palpita. El corazón quiere parar.
Rainer has lost around 17 pounds in the past few days and he still has a fever. His wife is extremely worried. She has tried to isolate him, but they still share the same hut with the 4 children. Caimito is one of the hundreds of towns in the Amazon now affected by the pandemic. Here, nobody has a bank account. So when the government gave a bonus check to Peruvians struggling to find work during the pandemic lockdown, people in Caimito had to travel 8 hours to the nearest bank in Pucallpa, carrying back to the communities more than just money. It is here in Pucallpa, the capital of Ucayali region, that you find these. People dying at the hospital doors. There are no beds left.
This is the COVID area in one of the main hospitals of Pucallpa. Doctors here have to work 12 to 18-hour shifts under 40 degrees Celsius. The heat under these suits is practically unbearable. You feel like the mask is melting in your face.
The hospital is short on staff and running low on oxygen. With only 4 intensive care beds, the waiting list is long. But only 1 in 10 in a critical condition will survive. Back in Caimito, the Evangelical Church has organized a service. Elias, our nurse, did not show up at the church. He did not agree with social gathering. The next morning, he decides to make his own statement.
A toda la población de Caimito, por favor, esta enfermedad no la hemos ganado.
He warns them that by not respecting social distancing, they are setting themselves up for disaster.
Si nosotros no tomamos las medidas necesarias, vamos a seguir muriendo.
And dying they are, not just here in the remote part of the Amazon, but all across Peru. Despite lockdown measures, the daily infection rate is climbing, without an end in sight. Guillermo Galdós for CNN, Caimito, Peru.